Good morning, guys. This is Gufran, and in today's video, I have with me Hitesh. Hitesh is studying in Germany since like 1 year, and he has a lot of experience related to studying in Germany as he's presently in Germany. And also, Hitesh is my classmate from diploma, so I know him pretty well, and is very good in studies, and he's a person with all-rounded skills. So I think he's a good person here who can share his experience related to studying in Germany and also related to his course. So Hitesh, without further delay, I would start with you. Can you please introduction related to you and yourself?
I received, I think, 5 or 6 admits, and one of which was Haave Hamburg. So I applied here for Masters in Renewable Energy Systems, and this is a public university actually, and you don't have any tuition fees here. It's just the semester contribution which you have to pay, and it's around 336 euros. I must say that.
How easy or difficult it is to find a part-time job in Hamburg because you are staying in that region and you may have searched some part-time jobs or work student jobs or internships, or you can tell your experience from your seniors. So also, can you share some light on how these things are being affected due to the coronavirus? So I think this will be a good point for discussion.
If you consider part-time job, I must broadly differentiate that in two fields. One is technical, the second one is non-technical. In Hamburg, it's relatively easy to find a non-technical job. Like if you are not getting a working student in a company, you can easily find anywhere. Like there are jobs like Lifrando. So it is a Lifer service. It would seem as Swiggy or Uber in India, but the only thing is here you get a e-bike and you have to deliver everything. Deliver the food from restaurants to
Okay.
the customers.
Yeah.
The second thing which happens in Hamburg is you could either work at Amazon. So there is an Amazon facility nearby to Hamburg, and they usually recruit students on a full-time basis during their semester break. So
Okay.
yeah, you can earn money in that way. There are also many stores here in Hamburg which require students. I must not say students, but which give a working student contract, and you can easily get employed there. Or McDonald's and Burger King are also some additional options where you can work. When it comes
Okay.
to technical job, there are many companies who offer technical job, but the only thing here is you need a work experience to get that technical job. Because Hamburg is a big city, any position which like opens up in Hamburg, there will be students from all over Germany applying to it, because everyone
Right.
wants to work in Hamburg. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have a prior work experience, then it is quite difficult to get a job here. The technical job I'm talking
Okay.
about, if we consider.
Yeah.
If you see about internships, the best thing is if you have a mandatory internship in your course, or if your course coordinator tells you that you should get a mandatory internship, mostly university professors help you to get an internship in a company.
Okay.
And in renewable energy, in our branch, usually an student intern works for 40 hours a week in a company and is paid around 1,000 euros per month.
Okay. But the rule is that you have to work 20 hours per week. So how
So
come like in
now
your
the rule is in an internship, you can work full time provided you are not taking any other subject from your university.
okay.
So whenever you are doing a practical semester, that is whenever you are opting for a internship semester, you cannot do any course simultaneously in your university, because that is the certificate which you require from your university, and in that case you can work for 40 hours. Now
Okay. So right, right.
the 20-hour rule is applied to a working student job. So in a week, you can only work for 20 hours. That is a rule which applies to a working student job. All the jobs that I mentioned, the Lifrando job, Burger King, or all those jobs. Now that rule also has an exception during your semester break. So as right now
Okay.
it's my semester break, I can apply. I can work for 40 hours
Okay.
a week. But there is also another rule that you cannot work more than 120 hours, 120 days, full days.
Okay.
So if
120
you are
full
working,
days.
so anything which is any shift which is more than 4 hours is considered a full day shift. You should remember that. So even if I am working 5 hours, it may be considered as one full day. And even if I am working 8 hours, it is considered as one full day. So that you get to know afterwards when you come here and start your job. You get to know these things from your colleagues and everyone who is working there actually.
My doubt was like this doubt I had, like, see, you told for internship you work for 40 hours per week. So if you do an internship, so like for 6 months, so does it cover that 120 full days for that particular year?
So the thing is, if that internship is mandatory and it's in your course and your course coordinator has like said you won't get your master degree without that internship, then that hours are not calculated in your 120 full days. Those 6 months are excluded from that working days. If it is a free-willing internship which you are doing and it is not mandatory, then those hours will be calculated. So suppose in my case, I did not work this year. I haven't worked since I came. It will be 1 year in September. So for this year, I have my total 120 full working days balance in my sheet because I haven't worked. So I can work for all those. I should also mention there is no one who is monitoring whether you have done 120 days or you have exceeded your amount or anything like that. The only thing is you have to monitor that. You have to keep a record of how many hours you have worked, how much money you have earned. If anyone cross checks your account and you are found that you are violating that rule, then you will be then there will be consequences for it. It's not that everyone is monitoring how many hours you have worked and everyone is doing those things. But if there is a violation found by your side, then there may be actions taken.
If I work for this internship for 6 months, my 40 hours per week is done. So that means 120 days are covered in that 6 months only. For the rest 6 months, I can't do a part-time job, right? Because with my studies, right?
You cannot do. So you should always keep a check on those hours and how to utilize them.
Right. Similarly, if a student wants to do a work student, he can manage that for the entire year because it is a 20 hours per week job, and he can do it for, elongate that for a year, not like internship, which is limited to.
If you work for 20 hours per week, usually those 120 full days are covered throughout the year. Because whenever you do a working student job, it is usually 3 days a week, 2 days or 3 days a week, depending. See, the best scenario is you get a working student job in a technical company where you want to work or where you want to do your master thesis. But it is relatively difficult to get that. It is very helpful if you have contacts in the in those companies. So usually it is that whenever a job is posted, according to the rule, it should be posted on the job portal. And whenever a job gets posted on a job portal, there will be many applicants with you. And the chances of getting that job is relatively very less. If that job, if you know there is X person who requires an assistant and he would hire a working student with him, he is ready to offer a working student contract, you get in touch with him, he may schedule an interview with you, and the probability is that you are the only one who is getting interviewed and you are the only one who will get selected. So having knowing people in Germany is always helpful.
Networking is important, you mean to say, right? Hitesh, now coming towards the pay structure for this working student and part-time job, how much we are paid, and for internship, how much we are paid? Like, you may be having that estimate, right?
So there is a basic pay system here in Germany. I think it is around 9.8 euros or 9.4 euros per hour here. So that is the minimum you should be paid by your employer. You cannot pay less than that. So usually you do any side job which is not technical, you get around 10 euros per hour. There may be bonuses and some other things which will be extra, but it's not necessary, or the employer is not obliged to pay you that. When you do a working student in different companies, then it depends on the company how much they want to pay you. Usually, if you
Okay.
do a job in university, it's around 12.14 euros per hour. That's what they pay
Okay.
before taxes. After
Mm-hmm.
that, there will be taxes. If you do in a company and your working student contract gets extended by then, so generally a working student contract is of 6 months. If it gets
Okay.
extended again, then usually there is a
Mm-hmm.
revision and you get additional money per hour.
Additional. Mm-hmm.
That's how it
And
works
for
here.
internship,
Internship, it depends on the branch actually, and when you where you are
like
getting
if you can tell
the internship.
a figure like per month, how much? 1,000, 1,200, something.
We can consider 1,000, but it usually depends. You could be doing internship in a startup, and they would say like, we won't pay you anything for first 2 or 3 months. According to your progress, we will start paying you. It totally depends. It may be that you are paid only 600, 700 euros per month. So it
And
depends. It
yeah,
varies.
we get more than 500 euros. So there's a deduction of 10% tax on that amount.
I cannot give you specifics how many percentage it is, but I am sure below 450 or 500 euros you don't have to pay anything. If even if your like pay scale goes above 450, you come under the tax class 1 bracket, and which is relatively less than compared to the other tax class bracket. So if you are employed with two jobs simultaneously, the first job will be with tax class 1, the second will be with tax class 6, and then for the second job you will be apparently paying more taxes than compared to the first job, even if you whatever you are earning is the same. There is also one more thing. You can file tax returns here in Germany within 3 years. So
Okay.
uh, even if you are paying more tax, there is no problem in it. Whenever you get a job, you can file for reimbursement, and whatever money you have like paid extra as a tax will be refunded to you. That's not a big issue here.
Okay.
So even if
Okay.
you just have to take care of your health insurance. There is a rule: whenever you work, you should have a health insurance, which is mandatory, as everyone knows. Now, a public health insurance has all your data. It may be your social security number, your tax
Right.
ID, Steuernummer, and everything is with that health insurance provider.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are missing with any of those numbers, you just contact to your health insurance provider. Now the thing is, whenever you get employed, there may be cases that the employer also gets a health insurance for you. So you need to mention that you
Okay.
already own a health insurance. You need to submit your certificate, show him this is my health
Yeah.
insurance number, and they will assign that health insurance with your job. You don't have to pay
Okay.
extra. Half of the health insurance money is paid by the employer, and half you have to pay. So that is
Okay,
adjusted
that's cool.
accordingly.
Can you tell some portals where students can apply for this part-time jobs as well as the internship?
There are many jobs listed on like Monster. There are jobs listed on Stellenangebot. I think there is a website. Then there is another website which is the Job Mensa, which are relevant in Hamburg. These are the
Okay.
websites
Yeah.
which you like. But suppose you are applying for McDonald's, or you are applying for Burger King or Lieferando, you just have to go to their website and apply for non-technical things. Other you get jobs on LinkedIn also, but the thing is, if you know German, then you will be able to get those jobs easily, because generally they are posted in German language, all the technical
Right.
jobs. If you are like, for my case, Siemens Gamesa and Nordex are the companies which I need to focus on, because they are the renewable energy companies and they have their offices in Hamburg, and their working culture is in English language. So usually all the jobs are posted in English language. But there will be a term which you will always find, like knowing German and Spanish language is not mandatory, but it will play a factor in your.
Right. Now coming towards the coronavirus thing. So how this thing is affecting the part-time jobs and internships in Hamburg?
What happened was, during when this all started, there were jobs on the market which were cancelled. So there were positions on the website which, suppose I applied, many students applied for, and we got a mail that the position itself got cancelled because of the coronavirus crisis. So yeah, Airbus is also in Hamburg apparently, and as we all know, aviation industry has been facing major problems nowadays. There were many candidates who got who were about to sign a contract and their job got cancelled. But I haven't seen someone who was like fired or who was not allowed to continue between their existing contract. So if their contract lasts for 6 months, they will keep you for 6 months, and after 6 months they might not extend your contract, but it's not that during the corona they just told you that not to come.
Still, the market is like closed, right? There are
It
few
is
openings
cramped.
and all.
There are no new openings. There are relatively less job offers posted on the website. It's slowed down, I must say. And many of the students, they went to India when all this started, and they are still in India doing their masters from India because it's just online semester. They don't have to pay their
Right.
yeah. So many students don't know, when you go to India for a longer period, you can deregister from your city. After you deregister, you can submit that copy to your health insurance, and your health insurance payment can be stopped for those months, for the months which you are not there in Germany.
So, like completely new.
So when you are planning for a holiday for 3 months, I won't be here for 3 months. I'm going back. Or if you're going home, like if students who went to India during this period, if they would have deregistered from the city registration office, they would have got that certificate, and they could stop their health insurance payment during those months.
This does not affect the visa thing, right?
No, that does not. See, the thing is, you should have a health insurance when you are here. When you are not here, you are not obliged to pay for that money. So in that case, your health insurance also agrees to it. Only thing is, I don't know about other universities. When you want to extend your semester, I don't know whether you need to show your health insurance card or certificate at that moment also.